Coach Kingsbury.
Describe what clicked on Saturday night early on, especially you guys got so many scores on on every possession. You guys scored early on in that first half.
I think that we just came out focused. It was a really cool atmosphere. I'd never been there before. I mean, a great crowd, great stadium, and I think they were just excited to play. And not turning it over, not a lot of penalties really helped the cause.
I think Coach, someone said this is one of the places you guys have actually been. So is it nice for at least some of the coaches to understand how long it's going to take to get from the hotel and things like that?
Yeah, I guess going through the process, but every stadium in the SEC is a great atmosphere, and I think the kids are be fired up, be ringing those cowbells, and the place will be rocking. It's a cool experience.
Kliff, when did you feel like get a feeling or a sense that your guys were really starting to get comfortable in the offense and all the nuances and really knowing what to do and make it second nature?
I mean, it's still week to week. And I think you saw that the week before. We had 4 turnovers and lost and only scored 19 points. So it's still a week-to-week deal. It's a growing process. We haven't come close to what I think we can become with this group, and still a bunch of young guys out there playing. So if we just keep getting better and protect the football, who knows what will happen.
So if you score 63 points when you're not close, what's the...
No, I just think, things have to fall in place, but consistency is key in this deal. I mean, we're going to run a bunch of plays and do some positive things, but it's doing it over and over and not turning the ball over, not having penalties in crucial times, things of that nature.
When I asked Easy about scoring 63 at Auburn, which was the most by an opponent ever on their home field, he said that you had told him to score 70 or maybe 80. Is that just a philosophical thing?
Well, we want to score every time we get it, and I think that's a big part of this offense, having that belief in yourself and that you should, every time you have the football, be trying to score points. We're not trying to run the clock or have moral victories when we want to put the ball in the end zone.
Is it fun for you to see their faces, though, when you tell them, hey, we need to score 70 or 80, and that excitement of everybody's going to get involved?
Yeah, I think they thought I was crazy since day one when I got here with the V-neck on. They were a little suspect, so they're still trying to figure me out, I think.
So when you tell them that, do you tell them that after you put 63 on the board, or was that before the game, or when?
No comment.
How pleased were you with Johnny's ability to bounce back after that emotional loss out here at LSU 1 week later?
Yeah, I knew he would. I mean, he doesn't let things like that bother him. We corrected the mistakes. He knew what he could have done better and goes right back at it. I mean, I've said it from day one, he's a fearless kid, and mistakes don't slow him down. I mean, he's going to go out there and play to win and do everything he can for his teammates to win the game.
It was like to have all 3 running backs kind of in the flow and in the mix on Saturday.
It was good to get Trey back involved. He's really been practicing well and picking up the system, and so to get him touches was really encouraging. C. Mike is back to being, C. Mike full speed, looks great, and Ben's been steady the entire year.
You had to see Mike and Molina in a lot of times together for a few plays. Was that just what Auburn's defense was giving you, or is that something we could see some more of?
We'll see how the year goes. Just kind of a package we're working with.
How much fun has it been for you to inherit a guy like Ryan Swope in his last year, but obviously shows so much toughness out there?
It's been great, especially for the younger receivers and for Johnny to watch a guy like that who's played so much, give that much effort at practice, in the games, and to see him have success in 2 different leagues just tells you the type of player that he is.
How pleased have you been with the play of Cedric on the inside?
He's done a great job. He's very athletic. I mean, he could play tackle, he played guard, he played center for us. So one of those guys that can do it all. And a great kid, great attitude. I think, just a sophomore, I think the sky's the limit for his potential.
How about the ability of Mike Evans to play through what seems like some sort of lingering injury, and just the way that he's been able to still contribute despite that? Yeah,
he hadn't been full speed, and I know he's been kind of mad about that. He wants to be out there playing at full speed the entire time, but he's really pushed through and been tough for us, and we need him. I mean, he's a physical presence out there that we need on the outside, and so that's been huge for him, toughing it out.
In terms of Swope, when he takes a hit like he did at Louisiana Tech and he's playing 7 days later, how impressive is that he fights through something like that?
That's big time, and his teammates see that, and to continue to go back across the middle, with the fearlessness, and that's what he does, and that's the way he plays. He knows one speed, and that goes a long way for the entire offense.
What are some of the big reasons you think you guys are running the ball so well lately?
I don't have an answer. I just think the O-line's doing a great job, obviously. Johnny's checked us into some good run checks, and then those running backs, once they get in their hands, are pretty special. So.
How important is it for the psyche of the team to put 63 up like that? Because now you've seen they can do it.
Yeah, they put up 58 and 59 too. So I think they feel good about what they can do. I think the whole deal all year has been if we don't turn the ball over and we don't go backwards, if we're just moving forwards, playing downhill, we feel like give ourselves a chance to win in the fourth quarter, and that's what we want to do.
What have you seen from this Mississippi State defense, particularly in the back end of those corners in the second?
Yeah, corners really athletic, long-rangey guys, made a ton of plays for them, lots of turnovers, and that's a big deal. I mean, they were number one in turnover margin going into last week. By far the most looks we'll see coverage-wise, front-wise, blitz, things of that nature. So it's a very challenging scheme with a bunch of good players running it, so it'll be a huge challenge for us.
How big was it for Johnny to make some of those checks down, the runs and things like that? We've seen what he can do running around, but him starting to understand it even more at this point.
It's good to see. It's just a process. He'll continue to get better at it, and we'll continue to put more on his plate. But he really handled himself well last Saturday, and hopefully we can keep that going.
Anything else? All right, Cliff,
Thanks.